So, you've got your gold run, and you're about to face two more opponents. So let's say welcome all round to Saïd and Tony. Saïd Khan.
That's
from,
right.
Where are you
from Birmingham City Council.
Right, and Tony Cowdrill.
That's correct.
From
Birmingham City Council as well.
You've known each other a while, haven't you?
Well, just the odd few years. Met at the age of 4 at primary school, so well, about 12 years.
So you've been pals since you were 4. OK, well, let's see how you manage as competitors together. You have 2 out of 3 against Karen, who's just done her gold run, as you know. There will be a letter flashing on the board, and it is the letter P down there on the left. Let's play Blockbusters. What P is the Italian word for the freelance photographers who... Saïd?
Paparazzi.
Paparazzi is right. Just one is a paparazzo, of course, and that's quite enough.
M
Saïd
for
and
mother,
Tony.
please.
The
M for mother.
The M. What M is a diagonal joint in a woodwork? Karen?
Mitre.
Mitre, well said. Very fast on the buzzer, that's the way to play, and your choice of letter?
A, please.
The A. What A is the group whose title was an acronym of their first names? Saïd?
ABBA.
ABBA is right. 2 purple, 1 white, your choice.
T, please.
The T. What T is a set of 3 related books or plays by... Karen?
Trilogy.
The same author. Trilogy is right. Like Shakespeare's 3 plays on Henry VI, you were about to add, I'm sure. OK, so we've got 2 purple, 2 white, and Karen's choice.
E, please.
The E, up there in the top left-hand corner. What E is the tympanic membrane stretched... Saïd?
Eardrum.
Eardrum is right. Saïd and Tony's choice, they're doing a little...
We go for the R, please.
Confer, and out comes the R. What R preceded Atlanta, Fiona, and Caroline in a piratical way in the 1960s? Tony?
Radio.
Is right, all pirate radio stations. Right, next letter, please.
W, please, Michael.
The W. That's for your forging your link. What W is a hyphenated rhyming word meaning that something will happen whether you like it or not? Saïd.
Willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly is right. The purple is flashing in this, the first game. Saïd and Tony might go Blockbusters. Karen, do what you can to stop that, but they have the choice of letter.
I'll go for the V, please.
The V, that's the connection. What V was the first name of the Portuguese navigator who... Saïd?
Vasco.
Vasco is right. That's Blockbusters. Vasco da Gama we were talking about. Well, congratulations on your first game. Now, you've known each other since you were 4. Let's see if you're in the same line of work, are you? What do you do, Saïd?
Well, we're both local government officers, although Tony's in the education department, I'm in the European unit as a policy division.
You've done a BSc in what?
I did it in French and sociology with politics as a minor as well.
And you're going on to another degree?
I'm hoping to do a master's this autumn in European management and employment law.
And you've done a lot of fundraising, but not locally?
No, that's right. I used to live in Pakistan, Michael, and one of the things I did over there was join the United Kingdom Association of Pakistanis, and we raised some funds for to supply water to some of the rural areas, and we got 6 tube wells dug, in fact.
Good work. So you're a local government officer as well, Tony?
That's correct.
What's your speciality?
Well, I work in the student grants department for my sins. It's not, as you might think, just an excuse to be nasty to students for a living. We are actually there to help. Indeed, hopefully I'm going to be a student myself later in the year. I'm going to be doing just evening classes, admittedly, but trying to learn something in terms of information technology. Oh,
that's the popular thing. You sounded slightly bruised talking about yourself in student earlier. You're a member of Mensa, I am told.
That's correct, yes.
How do you join? The qualifications for that, remind us.
Basically just sitting an examination involving lots of lateral thinking questions and so on. amongst the various events that go on, obviously they arrange various games tournaments, and last year I actually finished runner-up in the National Trivial Pursuit tournament.
Wow, that's an accolade, isn't it? Excellent, congratulations. Well, you've won your first game here as well, and we better go into the second one because the letter P, oh no it's not, it's the M. The letter M is flashing in the centre. So, here's a question. What M is a processional way named after a ball game connecting Trafalgar Square and Buckingham? Karen.
Mall.
Is right, M-A-L-L. A good start for you and a game that you need to win, of course. And next letter?
L, please.
The L. What L is the name connecting the star of Michael Collins and Schindler's List? That's Tony.
Liam.
Liam is right. One purple, one white on this, the second game. Well, as I said, Karen, you've got to win this, but whether you will or not, we shan't know until the next time. So, for the moment, goodbye from Blockbusters.
It's Blockbusters with your host, Michael Aspel.
Thank you very much and welcome back. The three players involved in the current battle of Blockbusters are very fast movers. The buzzers are taking a belting here. Now, our pair have been chums since childhood. They are local government officers Saïd Khan and Tony Cowdrill of Birmingham. And fundraiser Karen Molyneux of Merseyside is their solo opponent. Karen did a successful first gold run and she won herself a barometer. Well, the heat is certainly on now. Saïd and Tony are one game up, and we're now in the second of 3 games. Are you all set? Okay, we have one white and one purple on the board, and it's Saïd and Tony to choose.
I'll have the K, please, Michael.
The K. What K is a Scottish church or... Saïd?
Kirk.
Need go no further. Kirk will do nicely. 2 purple, 1 white, and your choice.
G, please.
The G. Over there on the left of the board. What G is the appreciation and enjoyment of good food and wine? Saïd?
Gourmet, I was going to say.
Well, you did say it, and it isn't the word on the screen, I'm afraid. So, Karen, the rest of that clue. What G is the appreciation and enjoyment of good food and wine? In fact, that's the whole question.
Gourmand.
Gastronomy is the word here. So let's have another G. What G was in legend the cup used by Christ at the last... Karen?
The Grail.
The Grail. At the Last Supper. Now we have 2 purple, 2 white, and your turn, Karen.
W, please.
The W, down there on the left. To what W, formerly her deputy, was Margaret Thatcher referring when she said every... Karen?
Whitelaw.
Whitelaw is right. I must finish that question because what it was that Margaret Thatcher, referring to this person, said every Prime Minister should have a willy. And she couldn't see why everybody laughed. So, 3 white and 2 purple, and your turn again.
N, please.
N. What N means unless in Latin and legally is used to mean the... Tony?
Nisi.
The provisional divorce decree. Nisi. Yes, well played. Well, you're keeping up with each other here. Now where will you go, Saïd and Tony?
We'll have an O, please, Michael.
The O. Right, there's the O on the top. What O is a scornful term for someone who willfully ignores the obvious and metaphorically buries his head in the Saïd?
Ostrich.
Ostrich is right. There's a collection of purple up to the right there, but where will you go?
Can we have the J, please?
The J. What J sounds like an opening question, but is the state capital of Alaska? Karen?
Juno.
Juno is right. And
F, please.
The F?
Yes, please.
Okay, the F at the bottom. What F is a little pocket for holding a watch or ticket? Saïd?
Fob.
Fob is right. A little bit of manoeuvring going on here, and your next letter, please.
C, please.
The C. What C was the pig taken to a British gas shareholders meeting in 1996? A large saddleback named after the company's chairman, Mr. Brown. Saïd?
Charlie.
Not Charlie. No, not that Charlie Brown. Karen, the pig taken to a British gas shareholders meeting in 1996, a large saddleback named after the company's chairman, Mr. Brown. Pick a C.
Colin.
Colin. Cedric was his name. Pig called Colin sounds even sillier, doesn't it? Right, another C. What C was the party first represented in Parliament in 1919? Saïd?
Communist.
Yes, that's right. It was Lieutenant Colonel Cecil Lestrange Malone who was converted when he went to Russia. So the purple is now flashing. If Saïd and Tony win this game, then they have won 2 out of 3, and Karen, you know what that means. You've had a gold run. I know you'd like to go for another one, but they want their first. So, tell us the letter, please.
A, please, Michael.
The A. What A means coming or arrival, and as the period of the church calendar, Saïd,
Advent.
includes 4 Sundays before Christmas, Advent, Blockbusters. Well done, Saïd and Tony. One of you has to go on the first gold run. You think about that. Well, I say to Karen, well done. You were so excited when you got to your first gold run. You were looking forward to the next.
Well, they're brilliant, aren't they? I hope they do very well anyway.
Well, that's a very gallant, nice thing to say. It's so fast, all of you. That's the thing. So you have won £90.
Yeah, that's great.
And you have the barometer, which is another souvenir.
Yes.
And the souvenir everyone likes to take home from the show, of course, is the fountain pen, Blockbusters, engraved discreetly on the side.
Thank you very much.
But nice watching you at work. Thank you very much. Karen Molyneux. Saïd or Tony?
It's going to be me, Michael.
Saïd, okay. Would you please put yourself on the hot spot? All ready to go. A couple of those letters look like real words, but not what you think. Gold on the left, gold on the right. You have to join yourself from left to right and tell us where you want to start on the left, and that's where we'll start the clock. You have 60 seconds.
I'll start with SM, please.
SM. Edina's daughter in Absolutely Fabulous.
Safi. Monsoon.
Yes.
E.T.
The highest building in the world until 1930.
Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
J.H.
Creator of The Muppet Show.
Jim Henson.
Yes.
S.H.
Scottish snooker champion.
Steve Hendry.
Yes.
G.C.
Pillar of snippets about the famous.
Gossip column.
That's Blockbusters. Well, congratulations. Here's your first gold run prize.
It's your very own Booker Prize. Well, your prize is your very own selection of books. Whether your personal preference for reading material is Thomas Hardy or Thomas the Tank Engine, Macbeth or McBain, indulge your literary pleasures at our expense.
That's a nice one. Congratulations. And take your seat again. Choice of literature, and rather nice present, that. Not a present, it's a prize. He earned it. Saïd didn't pass on any question there, so I don't have to correct him on anything. I just have to tell him that he's done extremely well and very fast off the buzzer and very fast off the mark here too. So the next contestant will have to watch his or her step. In fact, it's his, so please welcome Richard. Tell us your name, Richard.
Richard Tame,
And where are you from?
Newcastle upon Tyne.
Right. Well, you're very welcome. And as I often say, you've seen the opposition, and they're red hot, this pair. So I'm sure you are too, and that's why you're here. Are you ready to play the best of three?
Yeah, let's get on it.
OK, let's do it. There's a letter flashing down there. It's a C. Let's play Blockbusters. What C was another name for the starting handle on old motor cars? Saïd?
Crank.
Crank is right.
O, please, Michael.
Now the O. What O are Vic and Bailey in London and Richard?
Old.
Old is right. Trafford in Manchester. One each. A letter, please, Richard.
Okay, could I have the F, please?
The F. What F describes the names of Rembrandt, Raphael, Michelangelo and Leonardo as art... Richard.
Famous?
Of course they are, but that's not what's on the screen. What F describes the names of Rembrandt, Raphael, Michael or Michelangelo and Leonardo as artists and Madonna as a singer? Saïd?
Florentine.
No, they are actually their first or four names. Another F. What F from the Latin word for loathing is an over-fussy, squeamish person who... Saïd?
Fastidious.
Can't stand disorder. Fastidious. And there's an appalling joke I've just been given here. It says, she's very fastidious, her mother was fast and her father was hideous. I can't accept that, I'm afraid. Saïd and Tony.
M for Michael, please.
Thank you, an M. What M was an Australian opera singer whose name was used for... Saïd?
Melba.
Very thin toast and an ice cream dessert. Melba, yes. 3 purple, 1 white on the board. Everything's moving very fast. Keep near your buzzer, Richard, and Saïd.
H, please.
The H. What H goes before corners to mean... Richard?
Hard?
No. Well leapt, but I'm afraid wrongly. Full question then to Saïd and Tony. What H goes before corners to mean tightly tucked-in bedclothes neatly smoothed down? Tony?
Hospital.
Is right. Sounds more like the army to me. And now we have a flashing purple light on this first game of 3, which means that Saïd and Tony are going for Blockbusters again, and Richard, stand by. Tell us the letter, please.
R, please, Michael.
The R. What R was a successful Swiss hotel keeper who opened a luxury hotel in London's Piccadilly in 1906? Saïd?
Ritz.
César Ritz. That's right. And that's Blockbusters. Right, we'll settle down for a moment now, Richard. That first game is over, but you're on the board at least. Now, you're from Newcastle-on-Tyne and you're a student, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm doing mathematics, Newcastle University.
Right. And you're also interested in cookery, aren't you? And you're pretty good?
Yeah, well, if you ask the right people, then I'm an excellent cook.
Yeah.
And I specialise in vegetarian dishes, such as vegetable lasagna. My girlfriend tells me that it's the best she's ever tasted.
And she's never said that to anyone else?
No.
Of course not. Excellent. OK, well, that's a little more about you, and now we're going into this second game, which, of course, you need to win. OK, so we have a letter flashing on the board. It is P, and here's the first question. What P comes before camera action in the TV programmes of real life? Tony?
Police.
Bad driving? Police, yes. Not the police who do the bad driving, it's about bad driving, of course. OK, another letter.
N, please.
The N. What N was the Greek goddess of retribution? Saïd?
Nemesis.
Nemesis is right. Two purple now, no
R,
white at the
please.
moment. Sorry?
R, please.
The R. What are residents of the Tower of London and... Saïd?
Rooks.
No. Well leapt. Wrong answer. Full question to you now, Richard. What are residents of the Tower of London and are persuaded to stay by having their wings clipped with their own master to care for them?
Ravens.
Is right. And your choice of letter?
F, please.
The F, the bottom left-hand corner. What F is the name shared by the actress who played Thelma in The Likely Lads. The author... Tony.
Forsyth.
Well played. That's right. There are a lot more clues. You didn't need them. Right, so we have 3 purple and 1 white. And where will you go now?
G, please, Michael.
To the G on the right-hand side. What G might a goat or your aunt have been in old slang, meaning silly or spun round and round until unbalanced? Saïd?
Giddy.
Giddy is right. So, Richard, you must be getting a bit giddy at the moment, aren't you, the speed of this?
Yeah.
Yep.
The problem is, really, I don't know the answers to some of them.
That's the real problem, yes. It's all right getting to the buzzer, but once you get there, you've got to do something. Right, still, you've got a white on the board, you're in there. OK, but Saïd and Tony, your choice.
S for Saïd, please.
OK. What S is the Muslim title held by the rulers of Brunei and Oman? Richard?
Sultan.
Is right, well played. So, your next move, which letter?
T, please.
The T. What T is a domani in Italian? Saïd?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow is right. And now where, please?
H, please.
You'll go for the H, making the connection across there. What H goes before throb? Richard?
Heart.
Heart is right. Well left. You're quick and you know the answer. It's a deadly combination. 3 white and 5 purple and your choice.
B, please.
The B. What B is a sudden, violent or hostile reaction to an action or situation? It's a backlash. Another B. What B is the carefully measured, elasticated rope that enables you, Richard?
Bungee.
Is right. That's extremely well played, an extraordinary recovery. The white light is flashing. That means it will be blockbusters for you, Richard, if you get this next hexel, and Saïd and Tony are standing by to stop that, but it's your choice.
The E, please.
The E. What E is an appropriate gift for a 55th wedding anniversary, and is the name, Saïd?
Emerald.
Emerald is right. Also the city where the Wizard of Oz lives. Now, where will you go?
M, please.
To the M on the right-hand side. What M is a kind of a rippling wave of people famous... Richard?
Mexican.
Mexican is right. Once again, the white flashes, and once again, there's a possible blockbusters for Richard. A letter, please.
The L, please.
The L to make the connection. What L is the glare of publicity derived from an early form of, Tony?
Limelight.
Limelight is right. Well blocked. And now the purple flashes. The situation is reversed, and over to Saïd and Tony to choose their letter and a possible blockbusters.
O, please, Michael.
The O. What O are the creatures described in Ring of Bright Water? Saïd?
Otters.
Otters is right. Blockbusters. Well, another gold run. We know who will have to take it, but just wait a moment before you do that. Richard, you got £30 along the way, and you're up against a very fast pair here. And, of course, the fountain pen with the engraved name, and it's a very smart thing. You'll enjoy that. Thank you very much for being with us.
Okay, thanks.
Richard Tame. Well, it's got to be Tony, hasn't it?
Afraid so.
Second gold run, so if you would be so kind, put yourself on the hot spot. There it is, the board with gold at each side, and you have to reach from the left to the right in 60 seconds. You tell us which pair of letters you want to start with on the left, and we'll start the clock.
PF.
PF. English colonists in New England.
IT.
Temporary cover for exposed electrical wires.
HC.
Maverick cop played by Eastwood.
Harry Callahan.
Yes.
Double R.
According to the song, there are blooms for a blue lady.
PG.
Roman soldiers protecting the empire. You started it, I think?
Protective garrison.
No. Sounds like that, really. Try another.
LG.
Where the tears begin.
Lacrimal glands.
Yes.
AOC.
Fourth wife of Henry VIII.
Anne of Cleves.
Yes.
EH.
New. Oh. You were just getting into your stride then. I could feel it. You were starting to move. But you've earned another £30 for your ever-increasing total. Nice work. Please take a seat. Well, there was a block of nasty ones there for Tony, and I'll have to explain where he went wrong. First one here is PF, the English colonists in New England, the Pilgrim Fathers. When you know, it drives you mad, doesn't it? IT, temporary cover for exposed electrical wires, is insulating tape. RR, according to the song, there are blooms for a blue lady, red roses, a very old song. PG, Roman soldiers protecting the empire. You really had that one, but couldn't express it. Praetorian Guard. EH, which I was just reaching when the buzzer went, the New Zealander who reached Everest's summit was Edmund Hillary. So, more money to add to their total, which is a very healthy total, and time to meet another contestant to face the fearsome Saïd and Tony. Warm welcome to Michelle. So, Michelle, where are you from?
From Sheffield.
But not originally, I think.
No, originally from New Zealand.
When did you come over?
When I was 3.
Oh, some weeks ago. Right, OK, well, you're very welcome. It's nice to see you on the screen. And you know it's the best of 3. You've watched them at work. You know what you're up against. There's a letter, F, flashing on the left-hand side of the board. Let's play Blockbusters. What F is still remembered for saying in October 1987, a woman rang to say she'd heard... Saïd?
Fish.
There was a hurricane. Don't worry, there isn't. Michael Fish. Sorry, Michael. Doesn't want to be reminded of that. Another letter, please.
B, please.
The B. What B was the important German school of design involving... Saïd?
Bauhaus.
Bauhaus is right. With a lot of very famous names attached to it. So, 2 purple in the middle of the board, and I can see what they're planning to do, and so can you, Michelle. So, get near that buzzer. And another letter, please.
A, please, Michael.
The A. What A is an atmosphere around a person? Michelle?
Aura.
Aura is right. That's when you needed it, stopping their progress, and you have another choice.
The L, please.
The L. What L, named after its American grower in the 1880s, is the fruit that crosses a raspberry with a blackberry? Michelle?
Loganberry.
Is right. After J.H. Logan, a California lawyer. So, 2 purple, 2 white. Your whites are right in the middle of the board. Which letter next?
R, please.
The R. What R is the British equivalent of a Bronx cheer and created by... Saïd?
Raspberry.
By blowing rudely through closed lips. A raspberry. Thank you. So you've interrupted Michelle's flow, and time for your letter.
T, please.
The T. What T was a rare word for an armed attendant and also the name of the only motor car built in Old East Germany, notorious for... Saïd?
Trabant.
Trabant is right. The purple flashes for this first game, and it is now time for me to say we'll never get to the end of this except when we meet again, because we're out of time until we next play Blockbusters. Bye for now.
Blockbusters with your host, Michael Aspel.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, it's been a bit like a Western movie here, with a selection of brave contenders taking on Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, alias local government officers Saïd Khan and Tony Cowdrill of Birmingham. Their 2 gold runs have yielded a choice of literature and £30 to add to their swag. And their latest challenge comes from solo player Michelle Hogan of Sheffield. Now, we're in the first game of 3. There are 4 purple and there are 2 white on the board, and as you see, the purple is flashing. Will this mean blockbusters for Saïd and Tony? And they have the choice.
P, please, Michael.
P, of course. What P is in archaeology an elaborate gateway to an Egyptian temple? Tony?
Portal.
Not a portal. An excellent word, but not the one on the screen. So, Michelle, little gasp of relief there. The full question to you. What P is in archaeology an elaborate gateway to an Egyptian temple, and today is a tall latticework metal tower carrying electricity cables?
Pylon?
Is the word. Well saved, and a choice of letter to you.
U, please.
U, right you are. What U is the first name of the actress who plays Mia Wallace in Pulp Fiction? Saïd?
Uma.
Uma, as in Uma Thurman, right. And over to you for a choice. They confer, they decide.
S, please.
The S. What S is the job done by the Saxon girth in a forest in Ivanhoe, the equivalent of a shepherd, only, Michelle?
Swain person. I don't know.
That is a wonderful word, a swain person. I'm a swain person myself. What do you do with them? Yes, very nice. But you'll gather it's not right. So, Saïd and Tony, what is the job done by the Saxon girth in a forest in Ivanhoe, the equivalent of a shepherd only looking after pigs? Saïd?
Swineherd.
That's a nicer word. Swineherd, right. There are now 6 purple and 3 white, and the purple are flashing. We're still in the first game. Saïd and Tony, where will you go?
We'll go for the N, please,
The
Michael.
N. What N is a fictional small boy apparently handicapped by a nervous tic, whose main friend is a brownie called Big Ears? Michelle.
Noddy.
Ah, lovely. Well, after Noddy and Swain person, what will you take next?
I've got the giggles now. C, please.
Right. I'll tell you this slowly then to give you a chance to recover. What C may be added with money to a Christmas pudding, though, Michelle?
No, I don't know. I don't.
Ah,
Sorry.
too fast. Okay, Saïd and Tony, the full question to you. What C may be added with money to a Christmas pudding, though they will not have magical properties? Saïd?
Charms.
Yes. Once again, the purple flashes. Once again, as a possible blockbusters for Saïd and Tony. Just tell us where you're going.
The I, please.
The I. What I is an 80s group who had hits with Body Talk? Michelle?
Imagination.
Imagination is right. Well blocked.
G, please.
You will take the G. What G was a fictional ship's surgeon called Lemuel, who's Saïd?
Gulliver.
Gulliver is right. The purple flashes in a very pretty design there, and once again, Saïd and Tony, it's for you to go blockbusters if you can, with which letter?
The M, please.
M. What M is a name shared by the author of Vanity Fair? Michelle?
Mark.
Not Mark. Not Mark. Too soon, I fear. There's a lot more question here for Saïd and Tony. What M is a name shared by the author of Vanity Fair and Glynis Barber's character in a TV police series? Tony?
Makepeace.
Makepeace is right. That's Blockbusters. Well, that was a good old fight to the death there, except that, of course, it's only the first of three. It does mean, of course, Michelle, that you will have to win the next one. I think Michelle Hogan, we need Paul Hogan here to help out with this. Now, we didn't talk much before. You're from Sheffield. You came over from New Zealand as a child.
Yes,
And you're a student, aren't you?
I am. I'm studying English and drama at Bretton Hall.
And you're a sportswoman, too.
Well, yes, I've played for Sheffield Ladies Cricket Club as well.
Excellent. And what's your ambition, then, after this course?
I'd like to teach English and drama at secondary school level.
Good ambition. That should be great. Well, best of luck with that. There is a letter flashing. It is the letter B. And here's a question. What B is the soft, creamy French cheese? Saïd?
Brie.
Brie is right. Another letter, please.
T, please.
The T. What T isn't very important and in Italy... Michelle?
Oh dear, trivial?
Not trivial. A good answer, but of course not good enough. So it's Saïd and Tony, the rest of the question. What tea isn't very important and in Italy is dismissed as zuppa inglese, or English soup, though it's a dessert with jelly, fruit, custard, and allegedly... Saïd?
Trifle.
Trifle is right. Allegedly has sherry in it as well, and it's one of the things I would kill for. Right. 2 purple in the middle of the board. Which direction will you take now?
S, please.
The S. What S was the name given to the animal used in an ancient Hebrew ritual of... Saïd?
Slaughtered.
Slaughtered may have been part of it, but that is not the whole thing. So here is the full question, Michelle.
Okay.
What S was the name given to the animal used in an ancient Hebrew ritual of symbolically heaping people's sins onto the creature and then throwing it off a cliff?
Scapegoat.
Scapegoat is right. So you've established yourself on the left-hand side. Will you continue over there?
Yeah, can I have an E, please, Michael?
An E. What E is the name given historically to the period between 1558 and, Saïd?
Elizabethan.
And 1603, Elizabethan. 3 purple, 1 white on the board, and Saïd and Tony have the choice.
I'll take the O, please.
The
Michael.
O. What O began with Supersonic in 1994? Tony?
Oasis.
Is the answer. Okay, there's a lot of purple there now, spreading in that sort of northwesterly direction. Your next choice, please.
I think we'll go to L, Michael.
The L. Not yet, please. Right. What L, a liner belonging to Cunard, Michelle?
Oh dear. Lusitania.
Yes, yes, well played. It was torpedoed off Ireland in 1915. And next letter, please.
F, please.
The F. What F, glorious F, is acclaimed by Michelle?
Food.
Food is the stuff, yes. From the musical Oliver. And the next letter, please.
W, please.
W at the bottom there, in the middle. What W is a tree featured prominently on a design of conventional blue and white Chinese... Tony got there first.
Willow.
Is right. A flash of hands all round there, and a choice of letter.
U, please,
You've
Michael.
decided on the U. What U did William Herschel discover in 1781, Michelle?
Uranus.
Yes. 5 purple and 4 white, looking very dramatic, this. Your next move, please.
M, please.
The M, over to the left. What M was the stone used to build an arch in front of Buckingham Palace in 1820? Michelle?
Marble.
Is right. Ready to move to a corner of Hyde Park, and the white is flashing. You have recovered superbly, and so Saïd and Tony, it looks as if it could be Blockbusters for Michelle if she gets this next hexel, and a game each. Letter, please.
A, please.
The A. What A, from the French meaning something joined, is an additional room, Saïd?
Annex.
Is right. Well played. So that stopped Michelle's little plan, and now I ask you for yours. What letter?
The P, please.
The P. What P do you suffer from if you believe everyone is plotting... Michelle?
Paranoia.
No, I don't. Yes, it is. What? Right. What again? Next letter, please.
I, please.
The I. What I is a short word for the very same, and in Scotland, Saïd?
Idem.
Not idem. Full question to Michelle. What I is a short word for the very same, and in Scotland for the same clan or family?
Ilk.
Is right. Now the white is flashing again. A superb recovery, and fellas, stand by your buzzers as you do all the time. And Michelle, the letter, just tell us.
D, please.
The D. What D, meaning speedy in French, goes before Saïd?
Dépêché.
Dépêche. Dépêche is right. Well played. Depeche Mode. Right, so now we have the purple flashing, so you've turned it on its tails, and we'll see what happens when you tell us your letter.
R, please.
Letter R. What R used to be a piece of wood used to sharpen a scythe, but is now a gun with spiral grooves cut inside? Michelle?
Revolver.
Not a revolver. So, Saïd and Tony, the full question to you. What R used to be a piece of wood used to sharpen a scythe, but is now a gun with spiral grooves? I can finish the question if you want. But tell me what you think.
Rifle.
Rifle is right. And that's Blockbusters. Well, Saïd and Tony, nice work, and it'll be back to you, Saïd, of course, to take your third gold run. Just wait for a sec, because I have to say to Michelle, that was a great game, well played. In fact, two well-played games. How do you feel after that?
Exhausted, but I really, really enjoyed it. Thanks a lot.
Well, you played like a champion, certainly. You just happened to come across two other champions. So you picked up £60 along the way there. And as you've said, you've enjoyed yourself. And you can take back to your pub and to your fellow students the fountain pen as well.
Thank you very
with our
much.
name in it. Thanks for being with us. Michelle Hogan.
Thanks.
Well, Saïd and Tony, you can have 3 maximum goes at the gold run, so here it comes. And Saïd, you started, so it's back to you. Would you please put yourself on the hot spot? There it is, a whole mass of letters, and gold to the left and gold to the right. You have to make your way across there within 60 seconds. When you decide where you'll start on the left, we'll start the clock.
J-A-J.
J-A-J. Twosome that took a tumble with a bucket.
Jack and Jill.
Yes.
D-S.
A flare from a ship.
Distress signal.
Right.
S-M.
Virtually fat-free dairy drink.
Skimmed milk.
Right.
P-G.
He had a tearful episode in the 1989 World Cup semi-final.
Paul Gascoigne.
Yes.
T-H.
Britain's young tennis hopeful.
Tim Henman.
That's Blockbusters. Well done, sir, and here is your third Gold Run prize.
You're going to Salzburg, a beautiful old city packed with things to see. Take a ride round the old town in a horse-drawn carriage, and during the 3 days you'll have there, you must visit the 17th century cathedral and the beautiful Mirabell Gardens. Mozart was born here, and the Salzburg Festival of Music is held annually. And when you've had enough culture, just sit back and enjoy the breathtaking scenery.
Congratulations. Well done. You're an answering machine. It's so cool as well. I must say it's marvellous. And I don't know what to say, really. Well, have you been to Salzburg before?
No, I've been to Austria, but it was about 25 years ago, so...
Right. Well, it goes for you both, of course. Tony, you've been there?
First time.
Right, well, I hope you enjoyed. You've spent most of your lives together since the age of 4. I won't say go to Salisbury together. You each share the prize. Let's go through the list. £245 each, a choice of literature each, and Salzburg. Well, that's not bad, is it? And it's been a pleasure watching you at work. All the best.
Thanks for having us.
Wonderful.
Saïd Khan and Tony Cowdrill.
Thanks very much.
Well, they cleared the board and they wiped the floor with various people, and they've done extremely well on their third gold run, and Saïd didn't pass on a single answer, so I can't correct him anywhere, but then that's the sort of guy he is. Where he gets all that knowledge from, only he knows. This means, of course, we have 3 new and fresh contestants who are taking their place. So